This is the full life story of Joel Ssenyonyi, from a student who loved reading news, to a television journalist, and now leader of the opposition in Parliament. In this video, you will discover how he entered journalism without a degree, why he later studied business statistics and law, how the social media tax protests pushed him into politics, and how he rose to national leadership. Watch to the end for the complete story. Joel Ssenyonyi, a comprehensive life story from media to national leadership. Joel Ssenyonyi is one of Uganda's most prominent public figures of the current generation, known for his journey through journalism, law, activism, and national political leadership. His story reflects courage, consistency, intellectual growth, and a strong belief in citizen participation in governance. Early life and background. Joel Ssenyonyi was born on the 20th of December, 1986 at Mulago National Referral Hospital in Kampala, Uganda. He grew up in Kampala and attended several primary schools during his early years, including Kazinda Memorial School, Namirembe Infant Primary School in Bukuli, Joy Primary School, and later Trinity Academy Primary School in Bukoto, where he completed his primary leaving examinations in 1999. For his secondary education, Joel joined St. Lawrence Citizens High School, where he completed both ordinary level and advanced level education. It was during these school years that his interest in public affairs, reading, communication, and current events began to take shape. Early passion for media and communication. Joel's passion for journalism started at a young age. While still in school, he developed a strong habit of reading newspapers and closely following national and international news. In secondary school, students would regularly read and present news gathered throughout the week, and Joel was often selected to read because of his confidence, clarity, and command of language. This early exposure planted a seed that would later grow into a professional media career. Even before formal media training, Joel had already developed the instincts of a journalist: curiosity, attention to facts, and the ability to communicate clearly to an audience. Entry into journalism. After completing his Senior 6 examinations in 2006, Joel decided not to wait for opportunities to come to him. Instead, he approached several media houses in search of employment. He first went to West Broadcasting Service Television, where he was told they would get back to him. He also approached Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, which had recently transitioned from Uganda Television and had advertised for news anchors. At the time, Joel's highest academic qualification was a senior for certificate. Despite this, he applied for the job, reasoning that he had nothing to lose. During the interview process, he encountered candidates who held bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. However, through persistence and performance, he was called back for interview after interview. After 4 rigorous interviews, Joel was selected and officially began working as a news anchor at Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. This moment marked the beginning of his professional journalism career, built not on academic titles alone, but on talent, determination, and confidence. University education and academic growth. While already working as a journalist, Joel enrolled at Makerere University, where he pursued a Bachelor of Science in Business Statistics. His choice of course was deliberate. He believed that studying business statistics would help him understand data, economics, and evidence-based analysis, skills that are essential in journalism and public discourse. Later, recognizing the importance of legal knowledge in governance, public accountability, and human rights, Joel returned to Makerere University to pursue a Bachelor of Laws degree. He went on to complete a postgraduate diploma in legal practice from the Law Development Center, qualifying him as a lawyer in Uganda. In 2025, Joel further strengthened his academic credentials by obtaining a Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership and Management from Uganda Christian University. His master's research focused on corruption and its effects on service delivery in Banda Parish, Nakawa West constituency, reflecting his interest in governance and accountability at the grassroots level. Growth in media career. After establishing himself at Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Joel later joined National Television Uganda, where he gained wider national recognition. At National Television Uganda, he served as a news anchor and television host, becoming known for calm delivery, factual reporting, and interviews grounded in data and official statistics. Joel consistently emphasized journalistic principles such as balance, accuracy, and fairness. He insisted on quoting verified figures, especially from Uganda Bureau of Statistics, when discussing economic and governance issues. He also sought balanced discussions on talk shows by inviting both government and opposition representatives, even when government officials declined to appear. Citizenship, activism, and public demonstrations. As a journalist, Joel increasingly found himself reporting on state actions against citizens who criticized government policies. One major turning point came with the introduction of the social media tax in Uganda. Along with professionals from different fields including journalists, lawyers, and doctors, Joel participated in discussions on how citizens could respond lawfully to policies they considered unjust. This led to peaceful demonstrations against the social media tax. Joel openly participated, emphasizing that he was a citizen first before being a journalist. He argued that his constitutional rights did not end because he worked for a media house. His participation attracted attention, debate, and pressure. State actors accused him of bias and lack of impartiality. Joel rejected these claims, arguing that journalists have a duty to speak against injustice, especially when they have platforms to do so. He maintained that being factual and lawful was not the same as being biased. Decision to leave journalism for politics. Eventually, Joel made the difficult decision to leave active journalism and fully engage in politics. He admitted that the decision was not easy, especially in a country where opposition politics can be dangerous. However, he believed that someone had to step forward. He became a key figure in the People Power movement, a citizen-led political movement advocating for accountability, constitutionalism, and peaceful change. Joel later became the spokesperson of the National Unity Platform, the political organization that emerged from the People Power movement. Joel consistently stated that he was not seeking heroism, but rather making his small contribution to the country. He called upon other Ugandans, especially professionals living in relative comfort, to participate in national affairs instead of remaining silent in the face of injustice. Parliamentary career. In the 2021 general elections, Joel Ssenyonyi contested for the Nakawa West constituency in Kampala and was elected as Member of Parliament, defeating the ruling party candidate. In Parliament, he served as chairperson of the Committee on Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises, where he played a significant oversight role over public institutions. His work in Parliament further elevated his profile as a legislator focused on accountability, transparency, and effective service delivery. Leader of the Opposition in Parliament. On the 9th of January, 2024, Joel Ssenyonyi assumed office as the Leader of the Opposition in the Parliament of Uganda, succeeding Mathias Mpuuga. In this role, Joel became responsible for coordinating opposition oversight, presenting alternative policy positions, and representing opposition interests in Parliament. He has emphasized unity among opposition forces, early planning in electoral processes, and disciplined organization. Joel believes that political change should be peaceful, legal, and managed to avoid instability and violence. Views on elections and political transition. Joel has openly criticized Uganda's electoral process, citing past court rulings that acknowledged irregularities. Nevertheless, he maintains that elections remain a legitimate means of political transition. He has repeatedly stated that all lawful mechanisms should remain on the table, while firmly rejecting violent means of acquiring power. He has also stressed the importance of weakening authoritarianism through organization, citizen engagement, and unity rather than through bloodshed. Leadership philosophy. Joel Ssenyonyi believes that power belongs to the people. Citizens must hold leaders accountable. Professionals should not remain silent. Change requires patience, planning, and courage. He supports inclusive politics that brings together Ugandans from different political backgrounds, provided they are committed to national progress rather than personal gain. Personal life. Joel Ssenyonyi is married to Fibres Nakawa, and they wedded in 2020. The couple has 2 children, a daughter and a son. Despite a demanding public schedule filled with meetings, media engagements, and parliamentary duties, Joel continues to emphasize the importance of family and personal balance. A busy new life. Since transitioning fully into politics, Joel describes his days as extremely busy, with less time to sleep and more responsibilities. His schedule includes strategy meetings, consultations, parliamentary sessions, and media interviews. Despite these pressures, he remains committed to his role and responsibilities. Uganda Prime News, call to action. Thank you for watching and reading this detailed report on Joel Ssenyonyi. White right pointing backhand index. Subscribe to Uganda Prime News for credible, in-depth, and balanced Ugandan news. White right pointing backhand index. Like this video if you found it informative. White right pointing backhand index. Share it with friends and family to keep the conversation going. White right pointing backhand index. Comment below.